Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Welcome, Yvette. Hi, Yvette. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We are live now. Do tag your friends and invite them over. Do say hello to us. Tell us your name, where you're logging in from. We are on our Financial Health Week. Hi, Yvette.
Hi, hi everyone.
Yeah. Hi, right back. So, we'll do what we normally do, don't we? We'll go on and start tagging out some of our friends, the ones that we can remember offhand. And everybody else should do the same, please. Tell us where you're joining us from. Say hello to us and join in the discussion. Yvette has prepared so much for us today. Yvette, how are you feeling?
Hey Nicole.
Hey, my
Hi
darling.
everyone.
I think you might be experiencing our normal network problem again.
Yes, it's our financial week. Welcome so much. I mean, finance follows us everywhere ever since we were kids when we were looking for money to buy sweets.
Yeah. Well, money is a very important part of our lives, isn't it? Yvette, can you hear me? I'm trying to tag people. I'm trying to. Okay. Hi everybody. Welcome to our live show. Sometimes we do have dramas, at least a lot of the times lately. So I'm welcoming you all to our live show. This is Success Your Way Movement. I'm Nicole Hanselman. Really glad to be here with you today. So say hello to me so that I know you're there. I didn't prepare lots of notes today. Yvette did. She had lots to share, but if we still can't find her, then I might have to take over and talk about our finances today. I think Yvette had budgeting prepared for us, and she was going to touch a little bit of what she was talking about last week, but we didn't have time to finish. It was a little bit rushed, where we can get our loans and stuff. But because last week was our entrepreneurial week, but we were trying to tell people how they can get help, where you can get capital and stuff. But this week is our financial health week, and still it might, overlap a little bit. So that's where she comes in. So anyway, let me try and add Yvette back. Hi, Meg.
Hey Nicole.
Hi. Can you speak to that network and tell it to behave? Oh, okay. Even before she spoke to that network, it already acted up. So, okay, I'm going to take over. Please do say hello where you're joining us from. Tag your friends. You don't want them to miss out. Okay, we're talking about financial health. What is financial health? It's basically just looking after our finances in all aspects. Most of us live our lives of not like worrying about our finances. We just bury our heads in the sand and hope things sort themselves out, or hope that one day we'll bump into money and become rich. Yes, sometimes that happens. You get some inheritance from somewhere, you win the lottery and stuff, but that's not enough. Sometimes we win those things and we still lose them all. What happens? Why does that happen? How can somebody win a lot of money one minute, win millions of dollars that they never had, and the next minute they don't even have that money anymore? So yeah, those are some of the things we'll be talking about. If Yvette doesn't manage to come back on, Harsh, we mainly wanted to talk about the budgeting aspects of things. She wanted to talk about how we can get help when it comes to our money. Okay. and pricing of products and negotiations and stuff. Okay. Hi, Mage. Tag them all. Tell them you're on. I can see people have joined us, but they're not saying hello. I always like to know that you're there, and it's so nice. It's lonely, especially without Yvette on. So I wanted to talk mainly on how we can attract money and stuff like that. We hear about attracting money and stuff. What is that? Is it even practical? Does it even happen? It just depends on what you call it. We all call it different things. Yeah. If you ask a Christian, to them it's praying to God and God blesses them. If you speak to somebody else, maybe more than 8 people, they'll talk about attracting money, laws of attraction and stuff like that. Are they actually real? For me, I believe such things, it is real. And mainly because our brains are magnificent. We can do anything with our brains. Anything we believe happens. That's how our brains work, basically. So as I try to add Yvette back on again, I will keep on trying as I keep on talking and still Yvette's network works. So personally, hi Yvette.
Hi. I hope it's going to be much stable now. So I've moved places. Yeah, so much nearer the router, but I have backup. So yeah, let's hope that the network is going to behave, right from this moment.
Okay. I was gonna do this. I was gonna let you talk about all your stuff just in case you disappear again. Then I'll go back and talk about what we agreed and what we arranged for me to talk about today and stuff. I want to touch about myths in regards to money and ask what we believe about money and our behaviors regarding money, our emotional response to money, intellectual response to money, because we do have a lot that goes on when it comes to women. Some don't believe they're intelligent enough. We don't believe that we're emotionally intelligent enough to look after our money. Yeah, and we leave all that responsibility to spouses or I don't know who. And then later on, when something happens, we are left there like.
I know. And even if you look at the corporates, most of the guys in top finance positions are men.
Men.
Because there's this, belief that has been handed, down from generation to generation that, finance issues are men issues. Yeah, but I mean, it's 2021 and many more women are handling money, and it's just right that we know exactly how to handle money, and it all starts with our mindset. Yeah.
And it's a shame. You know what? We don't know. We have the power within us. We are better. We are better at managing our money. So long as we believe in ourselves, we are better. Because we're not like, I'm not an attack to men or anything, but men like the next hot thing, the next shiny thing when it comes to like cars or investment and stuff. But as women, we are really cautious because we don't want to lose our money. We're really cautious. And when we put our money somewhere, we don't like impulsively take it out of something. So when we become investors, we are the best investors. Imagine if we use that.
True. And since our grandparents' times, women have been having all these groups where money was circulating and money was really being handled very, very well. And most of our parents went to school courtesy of our grandparents who were bringing in is what, held the family together and led to the progress in the families. So yes, it's true what you're saying. Women are naturally better managers of finances, better planners. I mean, more disciplined when it comes to budget.
I remember my mom would be like, "Oh, we don't have any money, but if something happened, a neighbor came and I don't know, something happened to their kid, money comes from somewhere from the bedroom." And you're thinking, I thought we didn't have any money.
The same story in all households. Yeah, I mean, there's just a way that moms would bring out the money that was somehow kept aside, and we had no idea that there was money. Many of us have been saved by those monies that have been put aside. Also, partially, I think we really don't think that we are good handlers of money because of what we've been told, over time, by by our own parents, by people in church. Money is the root cause of all evil. So we have
Yeah,
some negative attitudes about money and all that. But we can shift that and make money work for us and also
yeah.
make us better managers of our finances.
Yeah, it's a shame that we have a lot of myths around money, especially like the one you're saying, it's the root of all evils, and we don't know we were supposed to be modest and stuff. So even if you had money,
Yeah.
you couldn't show it because if you try to like you just spend your money, you're not showing off or anything, it will be taken
Mm,
as showing off. It will be taken negatively. So the concept around money needs to change. Our mindset around money needs to change, and there are lots of other myths that we still live by that we need to leave behind for us
mm,
to be better managers of money and even attract that money. Yeah, what
mm-hmm.
you call it, whether
Very
you
true.
call praying for it, whether you call whatever. If you want that money in your life, there are things that we need to stop doing, stop thinking in certain ways, totally rewire our brain so that that money
Mm,
actually does come in. So, if
very
do you want
true.
to go straight on and talk about what you prepared for us, just in case this thing starts acting up?
Yes, true. First, I would like to ask a question to you, Nicole, and also to our audience. Guys, you can tell us in the comment section. When I say financial wellness, what do you think it is? What's your own definition of financial wellness? Then I'm also going to share my definition of it. Yeah. So, yeah, so I'll go straight to what I prepared, and then I'm going to, respond to the question that I asked much later.
Mm,
Yeah. So, I looked at it fourfold financial wellness. So I prepared stuff on budgeting. I
yeah,
prepared stuff, yeah, on income, your
yeah.
income. I prepared on saving and investing.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Diana is being funny. She's like, better managers need deliverance. Actually, we
yeah,
are. We are. It's just that
we are.
there's this thing about our emotions. That is the only interference that we have. We are emotional people. Women are emotional.
Mhm,
And it affects everything we do, not necessarily negatively. It can be relationships, even with your spouse. When you're going through
mm,
all those crazy emotions and moods, you realize that you can sabotage something really good. And you can,
yes,
because
true,
that day you just
true.
decided. And that happens even with our
Mhm,
finances, even with our money. If you're
yeah.
bored, you are stressed, you go shopping. Yeah.
Mhm,
But it
mhm.
doesn't mean
Or
that
you've been
it is,
saving for such a long time, and then something happens, and then you want to, suddenly reward yourself unhealthily. So you
yeah,
go for more than all your savings,
yeah,
at a go. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah, those things happen. And I
It
believe you're
happens.
going to talk more about that. Yeah, mindset and emotional response to money matters. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah, you got to talk about the budgeting. Maybe you should tell us first why we need to do the budgeting. And because a lot of us think of budgeting and we're just already stressed. We're thinking it's such
I
a big
know. I know. And I know, why it stresses us? It's because there's so many things to do in life, and to do all those things, you need money. And
mm,
well, there's only so much money that you have at a time. Yeah, depending on what you did to earn it, or what comes to your pocket, or what came into your pocket. So
yeah.
and we always feel that, yeah, there's a lot, but then the money is not enough. Yeah, and
Mm,
therefore that stresses us. So
mm,
we go into a state of panic, where we now just, we are kind of just sealing all loopholes, or what do I call it? Just taking care of what's necessary at that time without thinking. Yeah. But budgeting is really, really, really important. Budgeting is basically laying out a plan of how you're going to spend the money that you already have. Yeah.
yeah,
Not money that you're expecting to do you happy, or when money that you have. Yeah, or
absolutely.
money that you're sure is going to come in.
Mm,
Um, and when you do this, then you're able to allocate funds, responsibly and consciously to different projects in your life. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and therefore you're able to be more relaxed, during that period between, one paycheck and another. And you're more organized. Yeah, and you just lead a better quality life. So yes,
Yeah.
budgeting reduces stress
When it
by,
comes
I
to
don't know.
budgeting,
Yes.
when it comes to budgeting, I always tell people to start from somewhere, start small, don't stress yourself. Just start by writing things out and then
Mm-hmm.
practice. You don't have to be good at it, and you'll always get better. When I started, my own budget used to confuse me. My own budget
Oh
used
yeah,
to
me
confuse me because there's this quarterly things you need to consider, the things that just happened yearly. If you did like
too.
car MOT, car insurance, maybe something you just do yearly, but you don't know how to break it down to consider it as a monthly budget. And then there's those things like shopping. It's so
Yes.
chaotic when you start, but keep
Mm.
going. It will get better. It will get better with time. You're better off having a really awful budget because it's just your roadmap to seeing how
Yeah, true.
finances come in and go out. It's just for you to know
Mm.
what is happening to your money. It's got nothing. Nobody's judging you. It's not a competition. It's not a commerce class where
Mm.
or accounting class where a teacher will be like, "Oh, you put that." No, this is for you.
On the wrong column.
Yeah, it doesn't need any particular magic or intelligence. Yeah,
Yeah, correct, Nicole. Yeah, budget is a roadmap that shows you, how you're going to be spending your money during that period. And okay, how I do it personally, I have categorized my expenditure. Well, let me tell you guys, the younger me, wasn't budgeting. Like, I'll get my money and then pay my rent, alafu take care of the things I'm supposed to take care of, alafu yenye imebaki yote ni yangu. Yeah. Yeah, so I barely had savings. Like, I had zero savings.
that's what everybody's doing, isn't it? That's what a lot of
Yeah.
us do.
I actually want to take care of your rent and stuff like electricity and maybe your internet, your water bill. Alafu nasema chakula, I can always I can maneuver around really. Yeah. Yeah. But well, as I grew older and then life happens, dependents come in, and then issues set in. So you learn to manage your finances. And I learned. And so my way is, I've categorized my expenditure, or rather where my money goes.
Yeah.
For me, I have those necessities. Necessities for me are things like rent. I've got to live somewhere. At the end of the day, I've got to go home, somewhere safe, I'm sheltered. And then food, also very, very important.
Yeah.
I mean, hatuwezi kufanja. We have
No
to
way.
eat. Then school fees, because I'm a parent. So yeah, school fees for me is inevitable. And transportation money. Being a person in business, I mean, I have to go out and meet clients.
Yeah.
I've got to move up and down.
Yeah.
And so the things that make me able to run my business, in my case, internet, telecommunication. So for me, those are my necessities.
Yeah.
And actually, what I have gone ahead to do is allocate a percentage.
Yeah.
Of my money to those necessities.
Yeah.
So what is working for me is between 65 to 70%. Like, if I have 100K, then about 70K goes to all that.
Yeah.
If I have 20K, then I'll still do, the 70.
Yeah.
60 to 70%. Yeah. So those are the normal everyday things that we cannot do without. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing here is, with that, I'm able to break everything down to daily. Okay, after I remove my rent, because rent is a monthly expense.
Mm.
Then I'm able to break these others into, the daily expenditure. So I've set a daily maximum.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so there are expenses that I cannot go, above a certain,
Yeah.
cap.
For
Yeah.
me,
Because then if I do,
yeah.
then I'll be messed up.
Yeah, me personally, what changed my life when it came to sorting my finances and budgeting is the concept of first not worrying about any person that you need to pay back, any institution you need to pay back. First, don't worry about them. You can write
Mm,
to those people, you
mm,
can write letters
mm.
to those people, you can see how they can meet you in the middle and stuff, but they shouldn't be your worry yet. Your worry is you
Mm.
looking after yourself.
Your
So
main priority.
yeah, for financial freedom, anybody who
Yeah,
seeks financial freedom, you have to learn how to
true.
pay yourself first. That is the only, it's I think it's the only way
Mm-hmm.
coming out of debt and coming out of financial situations.
Correct.
You pay yourself first,
Correct.
then put all these
Correct.
necessities. Yeah, put all these
Mm.
necessities first. What works for me is 10%, but they say up to 10 to 12% is good. Pay yourself first and then know what are the necessities in life. You don't want to live a life of without you want quality in your life. You don't want to deprive yourself, because
Mm.
if you deprive yourself, you start
Mm.
being depressed, and when you're depressed, you can't make more money, you can't look for money, you can't think clearly, so you're not really living a healthy life. So you want to have those
Yes.
necessities. You want to eat well, because when you eat well, yeah, you want
Mm.
to have a roof
Mm.
over
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct. And what you said, living a quality life, you have to be at that place of fulfillment for you to even do something constructive. And
constructive.
yes,
Not that you say I'm
yeah.
not going to eat. You want that
Mm-hmm.
food. Yes, you can. You can compromise some things, the luxury, the
Mm-hmm.
pizza. You can, those fine. But you
Yeah.
need basic food. You need a roof over your head. We're not talking about
Mm-hmm.
something, I don't know, luxurious or something. But you have something over your head. You are
Yeah.
doing good. Have those necessities
Yeah.
in place. Things like transport are important for some people, because you have to get to work. Or how are you going
Mm.
to get to work? Then you put all those things down. That's when you start paying back all those people that need their money back.
It's true. It's true. And when you've taken care of your necessities, then you don't have extra stresses. Yeah, you can
Mm,
then make sound business decisions. You
mm.
can focus at work, and just focus on making money. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been
And
in
that budget
situations
will help
where.
you. Yeah, the
Mhm.
budget will tell you it will show you how much you have left over. Then you know how
Yeah.
much you can pay these guys. But if you keep on
Yes.
paying people
True.
back before you put a budget in place, that's why you every month you'll have to borrow. Every single month you will have
Eh,
to borrow,
And the
because
borrowing cycle never ends.
it will never end. You want to pay
Mhm.
them last with what's left over.
Mm.
You want
And
to
the thing is that,
change my
uh,
life. That absolutely changed my life.
yeah, and I've been in situations where I was so broke, but I was focusing so much on my debts, and I was constantly
Yeah,
stressed. I
yeah.
couldn't even leave the house because I am so worried about my debts, my
Worried,
expenditure,
stressed, mad.
and I wasn't making any money.
You can't
Why?
sleep
Because I didn't
well.
have the peace of mind to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So what budgeting actually does for you is it puts you at a very peaceful place. Yeah, and you're
yeah,
able to now make sane decisions, better decisions. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah,
I,
that's necessities for me. And yeah, so for me, necessities, I give my necessities 65 to 70% of my income. Yeah.
yeah,
Then I have this other category of things that are necessary, but then they're not kabisa essential. Like doing my hair, my social responsibilities. Like maybe there's a baby shower, a wedding, a funeral. What else? What tithe, um, things like those. Yeah, we need them. They keep life moving, but
mm,
then we won't die if we don't get them or if we don't do them. But we need to do them because we are part of a society.
Yeah.
So and then also there are things that we can always adjust. A good example is hair. I mean, when I have a project, say I'm saving for something, then I won't go to, the regular place where I'm paying 3K. I'll go to my local salon, pay like, a K, something
Mm,
like that. Yeah.
mm.
What or sometimes even transportation. I mean, you don't have to take that Uber every day. Sometimes you can do your regular matatu, just to cut costs
Yeah.
somewhere and
Yeah.
allocate now the money that you have saved into something else. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yes, that's the thing with these other necessary items, but not really essential is the adjustable expenditure. So yeah, for me, I have hair, the coffees with my friends and sisters, baby showers, bridal showers. I actually have a policy of if we haven't spoken in 2 years, then I'm not coming to a baby shower,
You don't
bridal
want to do all of that.
shower.
Yeah.
I mean, cause come on, 2 years you haven't spoken. Then in the morning, I find myself in a WhatsApp group where guys are contributing
Yeah.
3K,
For me,
5K.
I decided to put it in my budget too. That is in my yeah. Every month I know, okay, this is the much I can spend on gifts and stuff.
On
Yeah. So
mm,
once I read that, then okay, sorry, cut off. Sorry, cut off.
yes,
Uh,
mm-mm,
this is the much I can help. This is the much I can loan. This is the much I can do that. Once I've reached off, as unfortunately you can't give everybody. You can't go to every baby shower. You can't gift
exactly.
everybody, and people got to
Mm,
understand that your close knit
mm.
family and friends are the ones that
They
matter.
also need that. Yeah,
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
within your
yeah.
budget.
I also have a cap on, my social interaction expenditure. So
Mm,
if we are planning like a lunch, and my budget for that month is 1,500,
mm.
and guys are working with 3K, me, I'll tell them, hey, what I can afford is this much, and
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
amount that I'm
yeah.
gonna utilize for that
Yeah,
particular thing.
we're living in a very crazy world right now. So some
Mm.
expectations are not really fair. People are struggling. People have
Oh
financial
yeah.
problems. They're just not
Mm,
talking about it. People are
mm,
struggling. People don't have important things. They don't have money for their rent. They don't have money for their food.
true,
When you come with
true.
this bridal shower, you got to understand that no, not everybody is the same situation as you. Not everybody can
Mm,
afford it as you. So you got to be
mm.
really understanding to your friends, not
Yes,
having entitlement of wanting to,
yeah,
okay, yeah, I did this to them, they have to do this to me.
correct. Because
Yeah,
yeah, and I know there are times that as a person you want to be part of the group. Say your friend has invited you or given you this offer to be a bridesmaid in
yeah,
the wedding, and you don't have the money. You know what? Yeah, it's the thought that counts. You really don't have to sell your body parts, your
yeah,
kidneys and stuff to be part of that. Yeah, it's the thought that counts. You can still be part of their functions without straining so much.
yeah,
You can, yeah, you can offer to do something that really won't cost you much in terms of finances if you can't afford to.
yeah,
Yeah. What else? Yeah. What else? Yeah. So yeah, the necessary but not so essential expenditure for me are things that I can always adjust here and there. But yes, there's an allocation for that. Yeah.
mhm,
And let me tell you again, Nicole, we're Africans, and we are a very communal, society. You
mm.
cannot separate yourself from the community around you.
It's not
So
even right.
no, it's not, yeah. And so you'll find that, yeah, there are things to be taken care of, like medical bills, um, funeral expenses. So it's wise to set aside, some money for that. Yeah. Yeah. So for me, that money is in this category. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you have to budget every single thing. It's every
Mhm.
single thing. or you keep on doing
Yeah.
the same things over and over again, and you'll never get that financial freedom you want, because you don't want to be the only person who did not contribute. You don't,
Yeah, true.
yeah, because it can happen to you next time. So better
Yeah,
budget.
yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes you may not contribute money. Like it happened to me.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I may not contribute money, but I
Yeah.
will contribute by making, posters for free. I'll use my talents or my
Yeah.
gifts to, you know, to serve, that particular cause. So, or sometimes just a phone call to, the person who's,
Yeah.
invited you to, to contribute to a cause. Just a phone call and talking to them and offering your ears, offering a shoulder, that's contribution. Yeah. So when you don't have money, you don't have to stay in the back seat just because you don't have money. There are many more things that you can do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Compensate for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's easy for us to talk about budgeting and stuff, and people have a general idea of what budgeting is. That some people just do it out of maybe laziness. Some people don't do it because they don't know how, or they don't have the resources on how to budget, how to live the best life. That's why over here we teach each other things and learn together, and the things that we've had talking about in a lot of our
Yeah.
other videos and our other lives and stuff. So, but it's important for us to repeat it. Any journey you want to start
Yeah.
with your mind. Start with the proper
Mm.
start from here. We've said over and over again, inner game, outer game. Any game you want to play, look at the sports people. Before I run a sets off, you'll see how focused they are, how they look at the lane, and they're like, you know what? You can just see how they don't even hear all the clapping and all the noise around them. They're focused on what they're
They're
about.
focused.
Yeah, so you need to do that. You want to organize your finances, focus on your finances, get some time out and check your finances and do it consistently and diligently. That's the way to go. Research, surround yourself with appropriate resources that you need for your journey. You're not going to learn this in one video, in one live show, and be like, okay, now I'm good to go. You need to read and research and learn through your mistakes. There's some things that might not work for you. For me, my budget journey started years and years ago. I'll do it, I'll stop, I'll do it, I'll stop, I'll do it and confuse myself. Then like, okay, now give up. But every time I did it, I always noticed a change. Always, every time I did it, I noticed how my life was, beginning to change and how my finances look a lot better. But the problem is doing it and stopping, doing it and stopping. So
Yeah, you're human. You're human. Yeah, you get tired, you get bored of it
you get
sometimes.
bored.
Yeah, and it takes so much discipline.
Yeah. It's something you really have to do. Let your mind be there. And then the other thing you want to do with it, you can budget and you want to check what's your relationship with money anyway. Okay, you budgeted, you've written it, and you have now a roadmap. But how comes you're not disciplined? How comes you're not self-motivated to do some of those things? As women, yes, we so love our clothes and our handbags and our shoes. How can I resist that urge of not
Yeah.
new handbag over my budget? How do I resist that? It all,
It's
yeah,
all in the mind. Yeah. But then just start by saying your first no. And it's so hard to resist these things because our friends are the ones selling them, offering them to us at a credit or, at a good price. But we need to train ourselves to say, no, I'm not going to be able to, purchase that at the moment because
yeah,
I don't have to tell them because no, I'm not going to be able to purchase that at the moment. Yeah,
yeah,
and a line that works for me is staki tukosane, justaki madedi sahi. So maybe later,
yeah, yeah.
and yeah, someone will always understand. It's not that you're not promoting their business, it's just that you're not at the financial place currently to purchase from them.
Which is fine, we all should be like that. We should, like, if you are at the shop and you've seen something you like, don't buy it straight away. If the shop lets you like
Yeah.
reserve something, reserve it, put it back for a while, let them keep it back for you for 24 hours and see whether you have the same feelings tomorrow. Because maybe that's an emotional urge at that time. Maybe later on you go and sit down and you're like, okay, I actually didn't need that.
I don't really need that. Yeah. And that happens a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
so many times, the times that we've purchased clothes or shoes and then we don't get to wear them at
You don't
all.
get to wear them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we did share also last time, where we asked ourselves some questions, you know, like, do I need it? Right? Can I afford it? Will I use it? So if it's not passing any of those things, you don't need to buy it. Don't buy it at all. If you can afford it, okay. You use it,
Then,
okay. You know? Yeah, fantastic. So you still had some points about budgeting. For me, again, sorry, go on.
I also have this category that I call luxuries. This is now where, the designer stuff, the trending stuff come in, and entertainment.
Yeah.
So those ones still in my budget. Yeah. And holidays. I also have holidays here. So what I do is, when I'm saving for something, so since I know that in my category 2, I can always adjust that expenditure. So when I adjust, then the extra now comes to the luxuries. Say I'm saving for a holiday. Yeah. So I think whatever remained when I adjusted on category 2 now comes into the luxuries. Yeah, and we all need them. We work so hard. We need to reward ourselves. So
you need to reward yourself.
It's good to budget for our luxuries also.
Yeah. So we're saying that, you know what, you still need that quality of life. You want to have the best needs. You still want to be happy. So you need some entertainment. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be in expensive ways too. But budget for it. If you don't have any reserved money at all, then have other ways that you can have. You can even go to a park and have a picnic. That is good enough. That is good enough. And one thing that you don't want to forget is paying yourself and being there for your community, giving back to the community.
Giving back to community.
When you give, what you're telling, if you call it the universe, like I do, when you give, what you're trying to say is that you've got enough.
Abundance. Abundance.
Yeah, and your brain likes that. And from a biblical point of view, I'm not excluding any other religion from here. From a biblical point of view, they say that when you give, it comes back to you. There's a reason. There's power in giving. There's absolute power in giving. Don't give when you don't have, like, okay.
There are people who give and then complain and complain and complain. And the ones they're sending out there is that they did not give from a place of abundance. So it doesn't come back to them. Or even if it comes back, then they won't notice. So always be a cheerful giver, give from a place of abundance in your heart. Yeah. What else? Savings. Okay, for me, I don't have a salary, so I get my money piecemeal from the different things that I do. So 20% of any money that I receive, for me, it's so automatic. 20% goes into savings. Well, it wasn't easy to get to this point. It wasn't easy at all.
I want to write
but there's a thing that I had to say for something.
Welcome people who have just joined us. I saw Austin joined us. Welcome, Austin. Kahindi, karibu, karibu. Mej was already here. Karibu, just sit down. Welcome, Luisa. Thank you for joining us today, my darling. Luisa did tell us my definition of financial awareness in minimal debt, the ability to take care of basics in my household and having some savings, income, and earning investments. Absolutely. Debts are not totally evil, but it's not a topic we want to touch on today. We've talked about it a little bit. It's not totally evil, but it can be evil. I say it's like can be good. It
not.
can cook you a steak, but again, it can burn
Yeah.
your house down.
Then that is not really all. You see, me, what I normally say is, if then I'm borrowing with a purpose, if there's a really good reason I'm borrowing, if I'm
Yeah,
not borrowing to take care of my necessities, because if
yeah,
I take care of my necessities, then come next month, I'll need to
yeah,
borrow again, and again and again and again. But if I'm borrowing to finance a deficit somewhere, maybe it was a business that's going to generate revenue, and I don't
yeah,
have enough money to, service that particular order, then I will
yeah.
borrow, knowing that I'm going to pay back once I generate revenue. Yeah, but also there are instances where it's inevitable. Things come up.
Things will
Hospital
come out.
bills come up. Yeah, yeah. So
Mm,
yeah, those ones are really, really justified. Yeah.
cool.
Um,
Okay,
mhm.
back on savings. I suppose now, if we have
Okay.
any questions from the audience, please do ask questions, do
Yeah.
contribute. We learn from each other, because sometimes what works for one person that doesn't necessarily work
Not
for
for
the other.
that.
But I think that
Mm,
we know that are common that are, happens, works for a lot of people. So yeah, do
yeah.
join in the conversation, please. So yeah, you were talking about savings, Yvette.
Yeah. So I was saying that for me, savings, I do 20%. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's me. I'm not the expert in this. Yeah, other percentages may work for other people. So yeah, go by what works for you. Yeah. Also, I was saying that it wasn't easy for me to get here, but
Yeah.
when I saved for something and actually achieved, that targeted amount that I
Mm.
wanted, that I was looking into, I realized that, so I can save. So, so I became very intentional about, putting, my 20% aside.
Yeah.
I get paid, even if it's 1,000 shillings, then at least 200 I'll put
You
aside.
we forget that how such money that accumulates with time. Sometimes we
Mm,
don't realize. We're thinking it's just a penny here and a penny there, but eventually it adds up to something. That's our
oh, yes.
mistake. We look at it
Yeah.
now. We don't look at it in long term basis, and we don't realize that
Mm,
it does make a
mm,
difference. That money,
mm.
saved, that one piece saved, is better than that one penny spent.
Yeah, true. Very
It's
true.
a lot
Very
better.
true.
Yeah.
And if anything, last year, when Corona happened and we were all unprepared, last year taught us a
Yeah.
lot. We all need to have some contingency fund somewhere. Yeah. And each time that I'm saving, Nicole, I always think of this thing that you like saying.
Mm.
Uncomfortable now,
Be
where
uncomfortable now.
so that yeah, uncomfortable for now, so that I'm comfortable much later. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard. It's a struggle. Let me tell you, sometimes people will even laugh at you because you're
yeah.
not doing the things you used to do, but you know what you're doing.
You know what you're
Yeah,
aiming at.
you know what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. When I want to go all insane with my finances or whatever part of my life, every time I want to go all insane or feel lazy, whether it's going out and having my morning work, every time I tell myself, you know what, just be uncomfortable now for a comfortable tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I remind myself like that, I just feel like, okay, I got the energy from somewhere and I'm off doing that uncomfortable thing. You have to be
Mm,
uncomfortable. Be uncomfortable sitting there and budgeting for a comfortable
mhm,
tomorrow. Just sit there. The 10 minutes you spend there will save you a hell lot
mm,
tomorrow.
mm.
A hell
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, so that's it as far as budgeting is concerned, unless there are questions and comments from the audience.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm not seeing any questions as yet about anything. So if we go back about all these, mindset and abundance and stuff, I have a story I would like to share today. It's something that really happened to me many years ago. It's probably 10 years already. When I learned
Mhm.
about all this attraction and, positivity.
Wow, wow, you
Yeah,
learned 10 years ago.
a, a long time. But, some of these
Oh
things
my
we
God,
practice, but
you're
we
the
don't
coolest.
know. Sometimes we practice these things, but we don't know. But when I started
Mm.
learning about it, I'm thinking, oh, okay, So I started, I could, practicing proper mindset and stuff, and I started changing my habits. Some of these things you might not notice immediately. Some you might. Some
Mm,
takes years and years of practice for you to get to a good point. I remember
mm,
there's this time, and I was like trying to venture into business, but obviously I still had some, negative mindset from
mm,
society, from childhood, from stuff. So I was entering into these businesses and getting my con with all this money, getting conned and stuff. But during this time, something confirmed to me that, you know what, sometimes things do happen for you. I'd ordered, I know I never ordered anything. I was ordering my other stuffs and buying stuff for the business that I was doing. And from
mm-hmm,
nowhere, something came to my address, a
mm-hmm.
designer handbag. I was, I'll finish the story. A designer clutch, actually, it was a clutch, and
Oh,
it didn't
oh.
have a return address. It didn't have, it had nothing on it. And I told myself, this is how people start worshiping and things that they don't know of. And I panicked. I told myself, what? I remember telling my sister that. I was like, whoa, where did it come from? No return
Mm,
address, accidental. Obviously, it came from, it seemed like it came from a manufacturer, but I think it was accidental. They sent it, and maybe they wanted to surprise a client of theirs. Uh, it didn't, I couldn't return it. I was like, should I keep this
yeah.
thing? Am I keeping a gift from the devil? Because of my faith as well, and where I was at that time, it did make me uncomfortable. It did make me uncomfortable. So I came out of all these things, and I'm like, I don't want these new age things that they make me uncomfortable. I'm not so sure this is taking. So I know that was really crazy.
Yeah.
And things happen.
But me, I will keep it. I will keep the bag.
I did use it eventually, because what was I gonna do with it? I can't bin it. It was a flat actually. But
Mhm.
it brings me to today's topic, about this week's topic, rather, about financial health and stuff. We are our minds. Our environment are our minds. We attract what
Mm,
we are. So for you to have all this positive energy and positive thing coming to you, you have to make sure you are in the right place financially. You have to understand what are your beliefs around money. Really
yes.
understand that. Yeah, what are your beliefs? What are those childhood lies that you're told that are not really necessarily true? You have to come into terms with that and understand them. Because for me, like back then, I acted from fear. I was like, wow, wow, wow. How can something just show up on my doorstep like that? I was like, oh my God. But that already shows me, it told me something about myself. I'm not comfortable in receiving as well. I told me a lot of,
Mm,
it told me a lot about my beliefs. So it's good
mm,
to know where
mm.
you are at. That's why sometimes you find that you start a business and lots of money come to you, and you're like, oh my God, how can I get, how can, you self-doubt, and that brings the negativity into your life. You don't believe that you, this just small person, can start a business and it actually succeeds. So it's good to know our mindsets around money, our mindsets around things, for them to, for us to make sure that we attract more to ourselves. Yeah, I don't know whether you've experienced something like that before, but it is a little bit freaking sometimes when you actually realize that you have the power in you to make your life better, to attract the things you
Mhm.
want.
Yeah. Also, true, Nicole. When I shifted my mindset, yeah, Kitambo, I also had this negative mindset about money. To me,
Yeah.
money was evil. So
Mm.
not something what, talking about or pursuing,
Yeah.
kabisa. And I think I also reserve myself to the fact that, you know what, if it's not coming, it's not coming, because of my negative beliefs about money.
Yeah.
But I have learned to change that thing. Oh, there's another one. Money
Yeah.
does not grow on trees. Money does
Yeah,
not
I
grow
think
on trees. That
yeah,
one, that
that
is
one
the
is
one.
really
Yeah,
common. Yeah,
that is the
that is
one.
really
Because
common.
the message it sends to your mind is that it's very, very, very hard to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And therefore,
It's
how
a
it affects
blockade.
us, yeah, how it affects us is when negotiating, honestly, we take like, the lowest deal. Because kwanza we start second guessing our abilities, we doubt ourselves, and we settle for much less than we deserve. Because there we are thinking, okay, money does not grow on trees. So these guys who are supposed to pay me for this service,
Mm.
they didn't pluck it from trees. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that for me had to, yeah. Yeah. So I learned to equate money with value. What value am I offering? And then, I deserve to get this, to get paid this much for this value that I'm offering. So when I internalized that, and now it's stuck in my head, Nicole, uh, it's much easier now for me getting new
Mm.
deals than
Absolutely.
how it was before. And we are
Yeah.
talking what, 12 months ago, it wasn't this way for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of all the mindset I had, about money does not grow on trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that shift in mindset really changed things for me.
It's a game changer. It's a game changer.
Yeah.
You might learn all these things, but so long as you're not there and you still have those the roots, I call them, they're like roots of all
Mm,
these beliefs. Yeah,
mm.
it can change a lot in your life. So you are gonna talk about I don't know whether we have enough time. Have you finished about the savings?
Yeah, I've finished about budgeting, savings.
Okay, when
Um,
it comes to savings, we have to remember the money you pay yourself and your saving. You want it to grow. You just don't want to sit there. You want it
mm,
to grow. That's how you are. That's where your retirement pot comes from. Securing your retirement age. So you need.
mm,
That's where you invest those money. You can invest it in stock and stuff. Anything you do, research about it, learn about it. Just don't do something because somebody else is doing or somebody has told you to. Go
mm.
and learn about it. Learn about if you want to invest in stock market and whatever it is that you want to do. Learn
Always
about
do
it
your
first.
research. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in
Savings are
relation to what
good.
you said, Nicole, okay, okay, that one I'm putting it under investment. Yeah, sometimes we get all these offers and opportunities to invest our money somewhere.
Yeah.
And these days you have things like multi-level marketing, we
Mm.
have cryptocurrency, we have a pyramid schemes, and we are being bombarded with all this information.
Mm.
Um, the intention is good. Yeah, the intention is whoever is sending that information to you, the intention is, what, join this or make some extra money.
Mm.
But yeah, true, like I
Oh, we started losing you, Yvette.
said before, I was
Sorry,
recently
we lost you
invited.
for a minute. We lost you for a
Okay,
minute.
I'm back.
Mm.
Okay. So I hope you heard everything that I said. So I was going to share an experience where I was recently invited by a friend to join sort of a pyramid scheme. It's quite affordable. I think you join with 2,500 shillings.
Mm.
And I told her, okay, first I'm going to join, but then the network will end at me. One, because I'm not so passionate about, MLM and these things of recruiting new people.
Yeah.
And I just don't believe in pyramid schemes. It's not my thing completely,
Mm.
you know. So I know she might not have taken it well,
Mm.
yeah, but really, I just couldn't join it because I know for sure the
Yeah.
network will have ended me. Yeah, and
Yeah.
she'd have lost. Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
used
yeah,
to do that before.
I've just learned. Yeah, I used to do that too. So I've just
Yeah.
learned put my money where I have control over it.
Yeah, for me, I find that because I do network marketing for myself, I realize that first, it's better to have your money in different places,
Yes.
in different ports. So network marketing is good if it's that person thinking about network marketing.
Yeah.
Do things that you're passionate about and things that you probably use as well. Because personally, because I'm into like wellness and health and stuff and beauty, I make sure that I do things that I'll actually use. So it's not about me recruiting people; it's about me using products at a better price and efficient stuff. So I'm not totally against them, but I used to be. I
Yeah.
used to be because the word around them was not quite good. So I never used to. I used to hear, oh, in fact, all of them to me sounded like pyramid scheme, run, or do
Yeah.
it for yourself, girlfriend. I used to be like that, but I came out of that, and I quite enjoy network marketing right now because I can use product at good prices, and some of the products are good. Just
Yeah,
finding
true.
what you like and stuff. You don't have to look. Yeah. So, okay, you're going to talk about the product pricing. I think you can touch a little bit about that pricing your products and salary negotiations. Oh,
Yeah, this one for me all comes down to value. Okay, Kwanzaa, first thing, mindset. Yeah.
mhm.
What's your money mindset? Shift your money mindset from,
Yeah.
a scarcity kind of mindset to an abundance kind of mindset. So
mhm.
once you do that, then you're able to attach, a price um, to the value that you're
Your
offering.
product.
Yeah.
Your product is
I
as good as
really
what you think it is worth, isn't it?
I really struggled with salary negotiations when I was employed. I would always, suggest, the lowest in that grade, yeah, or just slightly above the lowest, yeah, and
Mhm.
then only to get there and realize that, hi, yeah, guys are getting much more than, yeah, what I negotiated for, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's largely because I didn't know the value that I was bringing in. Yes. So
Yeah.
yeah, know the value of what you're bringing in, and then now price your value accordingly.
Yeah. It's a common mistake when it comes to women now knowing our value or
Yeah.
pricing things. We tend to give things for free most of the time, especially when it comes
Yeah.
to family. When it comes to negotiating, men are said they're really good. They go and they're like, oh, I think I know I'm worth this much because I'm bringing this
Yeah.
on the table. But
Mm.
women tend to do a lot more than we've been asked to do and still underprice ourselves when it comes to.
Ourselves a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy,
A
isn't
lot.
it, that you do
A
that?
lot.
I don't
Yeah.
know. How
And
can you
still
come out of
on
that?
value, Nicole. Yeah,
Sorry.
and still on value, yes, there's the knowledge you have, there's the expertise you have currently, but it's also good to just keep sharpening our axe, yeah, to keep updating our skills, yeah, and that will now give us more confidence when it comes to pricing, when it comes to negotiating,
Yeah.
salaries. Yeah.
Yeah. Every time we update,
Then yes, so it will
remember.
become easy for us to,
Yeah. Yeah. Every time we
price
update, we
accordingly.
need to remember
Go
to
ahead,
add it.
Nicole.
Sorry, our network, your network is breaking, so there was a little bit of. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, I
so
was
I
just
don't know
saying.
how much you had. Okay.
Oh no, I was just adding that every time we upgrade our skills, we should remember to add it to our value. We should remember to all. Sometimes we do all these things, all these courses, then we just we put that certificate away, forget to add it. It's
Mm,
all other to what your value is. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. Um,
You finished your point, my darling. Okay. Let me ask the audience whether they have any questions. Anybody with any questions or anything to add? It's nice to share. You never know. It's always nice to share your insight. So today we've learned about making sure that our mindsets are right. It's so hard to attract the life we want if we don't have proper mindset. If we still have all these myths and beliefs within us, women, we are good managers of money, but we
Yes.
don't believe in ourselves. We don't believe that. I don't know, for some reason, but if we came out of that, we are good investors too, but we don't know that we are. Because we see men investing a lot more, we think that we're not good enough, but we're actually good. And we also have to remember in life, when you're talking about our finances, we want to be part of it and we want to do it consistently. We don't have to be perfect or think that we need some certain type of intelligence. Because lady has this thing that, oh, I'm not so good at maths or something. You can count your money. You can go to the shop and buy an item and get the correct change. That is good enough for you to know how to budget. Budgeting is just knowing what's coming in and what's coming out. That's basically it. You don't need any superpowers when it comes to that. Then when you're researching, surround yourself with the proper people who are good at that thing, people who have done it before. Study, research, and get to know a lot more. When you're budgeting, remember that you want to remember to pay yourself, right?
Very important.
You remember to have a good quality of life still. So you want the basic needs. You want to make sure you still have a roof over your head for you and your kids and your family in general. You have to have food. You can't go to work in an empty tummy. You're not going to be productive. You're going to be sad. It's not good for you. You need that energy. You need to look after yourself. You need to remember to budget for things that are these unexpected things, loss of a family member, things like that. You need that in your budget too. Birthday parties and stuff, you need that in your budget so that you don't always go over and always have to borrow. When it comes to any money you've borrowed before, you want to repay that loan, you can't repay it because you've done your budget and you don't see any money left. Do speak to them and tell them, this is all I can afford now. Show them your budget, write them a formal letter and tell them your situation. And don't forget to give. Sharing is caring. We need to help each other. We need to give. Have certain percentage where you give back to the community. Some people believe in giving back to institutions like churches and stuff. Whatever you do, give back. Possibly 10%.
Back to community.
Yeah, possibly 10% of your incoming will be good.
Yeah.
10% for yourself. Yeah. Cool. I don't know. Did you have anything that you wanted to talk about? I'm seeing you.
So my understanding of financial wellness.
Yeah.
It is simply, for me, it's being in control of my money and my wealth. Making conscious decisions about, my savings, making conscious decisions about my income, making conscious decisions about where I'm investing my money. Like that, I'm in total control and I am very comfortable with the decisions that I make. For me, that's financial wellness.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so
one more thing. The get rich quick schemes. Yeah, there's so many of those. Yeah. So like you said, you have to work, for your money. There's no way you'll put your money here, go sit back, and then it triples, yeah. So know where you're putting your money into. Ask questions when you're presented with those, get rich quick opportunity. Ask questions, and try to be as rational as possible so that you know exactly how those things work.
Yeah.
Happy. Live your life happily,
Okay. Hi, Yvette.
Hi, Nicole.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. We can hear you, but we can't quite see you, but that's fine.
Oh,
that's better. That's better. Okay, yeah.
All right. I'm here.
Cool. I think that's it for today. there's always a lot to talk about. Some of these things you can't talk about in one session. But if there's anyone out there who needs in-depth help in anything, always ask for help. Don't try and go it alone when you don't know what to do. If you have a spouse, if you can do it together, do it with your spouse. Go to that financial journey together. Don't do it alone. If you need help, ask for help. If it's a financial advisor, a life coach, whatever it is, get help. Get help. It will get you there, maybe safer, I might say, and faster than trying to go blindly. You can learn all these things just one video in 1 hour video, like, okay, I'm good to go. No, sometimes it doesn't work that way. Okay, depends on your determination too. Well, thank you everybody for joining. You guys have
Thank you so much. Just thank you guys for joining and participating. Yeah, and thank you for the support.
Yeah, absolutely. Always tell us what else you want us to talk about. We have Sarah Sunday coming on Thursday on a financial week. Last time we had her, she was teaching us on how to, was it about selling ourselves? Yeah, she was teaching about that we sell our products, and she was talking generally how we have some stuff but they actually don't sell. How can you how can you make sure that you are in a good place when it comes to that? So she's coming back on Thursday. It will be exciting because this is a topic she's passionate about. Expertise. So join us then for another nice time. Others, bye for now. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining.